Hey guys, welcome back. Kim's inside making our first smoothie since getting back from our latest trip. We're having a white sapote and pineapple guava smoothie for lunch, brunch, breakfast, and it tastes really good, guys, really good. So what have we found at the close of autumn? Well, pretty much the same as the close of April and the close of March. I'm really surprised to see that the banana leaves are still green. We only have one damaged leaf up there, but that's been damaged since March. So that's that's not cold damage. That's just, I don't know, lack of water maybe. But check it out. Look how green they are. There's only like 2 yellow leaves out of 100, right? By the way, this is my indicator of how the temperature has been and also how the rainfall has been. I don't need to ask the internet or my neighbor, because these trees are my barometer and weather station, right? Looks to me like it was pretty mild, but I have been looking at the internet, and at night the temperature has gotten down to 2 Celsius here in my part of Melbourne. Melbourne itself has gotten down to 4, right? So that's pretty cold, but during the day it's been pretty mild. Average temperature around 16 to 18. Wow, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm talking about the trees now. I'm not talking about you and me. You and me do not feel comfortable with 16, but the trees do. These trees don't mind 16. They don't like 6. 6 and 16 are worlds apart for plants. But yeah, mild. And I'm looking at the guavas. They're very sensitive to frost. So very, very minimal damage. These red leaves is cold damage, right? But it's not extreme, it's just mild damage. And when I look at the other plants, they're the same. Another indicator that I have is the Thai guava, which I've only had for a couple of years. This one, see how well that's doing? Again, the same red cold damage. But guys, I think this year is going to be the year for it to take off. And I have the calamansi kumquat here bushing out. The colder it gets, the more the calamansi is happy. Some trees don't mind the cold. And the longan there, the kohala, look at it. It's smiling in the face of cold. Those cold nights, I mean, not now. Now it's the middle of the afternoon. Everyone's happy. Even I'm happy. So yeah, not much damage. The cherry trees are dropping the last leaves, the European cherries. The plums already gone to sleep long ago, back in March. Yeah, the cherry moya here is full steam ahead, right? Full steam ahead. The same with the fuerte avocados. I did find one knocked down by the possum, little bugger. Looks like the zucchini has finally kicked the bucket. I was wondering how long that would last. Right, this is the spreading, sprawling, crawling tromboncino. See how it kicked the bucket? I reckon that happened in the last 2 or 3 days. From the from the +2 Celsius at night, right? I mean, it can only take so much. The second backup Rulinia there is doing okay-ish, right? It's got a few damaged leaves there on the other side. But overall, guys, it's looking pretty good for the close of autumn. Let's do a temperature check. This one now is in the shade, not in the sun. It's because it's past noon. What do we got here? I haven't got my glasses, so I'm gonna guess what the temperature is. Looks like it's 18 and a bit. Maybe 18.5 Celsius. Yeah, like I said, 16 to 18. And it's forecast for 20 today. That's excellent. 20 degrees? Yeah. Well, we just came from Townsville, where it was 26. But that was hot. 20 and 26 are day and night, right? Like 6 and 16. This is the new ice cream bean seedling that I put in the ground back in March. The new white Chateau mulberry. These guys can handle the cold. They can handle 0. They can even handle -1. The same with the persimmon, right? And the citrus. They're not sooks. The sooks are back there behind these bananas. Yeah. Oh, and I haven't covered the young jackfruit yet, the Malay. Look how it handled the 2 Celsius. It's getting a new leaf. Look. Pretty impressive, huh? Yeah, but it doesn't need to be covered ASAP. The black sapote, the 2 grafted black sapotes I have here, they're doing fine. Right? And the sooks are in here. Well, these aren't sooks, that's a longan, black sapote, persimmon. They're fine. Starfruit, that's technically not a sook, but it's not fruiting. Definitely not a sook. The green sapote, doing great. Bananas are not sooks. Macadamia, everything here is fine except for what's in here and what's in there. These are sooks, these 2. They're the sapodia, or yellow sapote. Yeah, I still haven't covered the La Cucha, the monkey jack. Good idea to cover that for the first winter in the ground. Good idea. Yeah. The Kwai Muk, I don't think I'll need to cover this in year 3. It's getting new growth. Wow. And the Rilinia. Look how well the Rilinia is doing, guys. In year 5. Right? This is year 5. And it's first year to fruit. And I'm glad to say that the fruit is still hanging on. Only just. I don't know if it's going to hang on all winter though, if I don't protect the tree. So yeah, I have the frame ready. I have the cloth ready. I gotta go and get clips. And we have a tromboncino zucchini there. The last one. Okay, and the rack of bananas up there. So overall, mild. It's been mild, guys. Very mild. The this is going to be a bit of a problem. As much as I have butchered and cut back the pepper here, it's still pushing out a lot of new growth. A lot. It doesn't seem to be phased by the cold. This is the. Oh gee, what's his name again? I forgot his name. I've got a brain fart. Looks like it's going to collapse if I don't straighten him up. Rocoto chili pepper. Yeah, so the apple, the Angela mulberry. I have to keep watch on this because it's very aggressive in its growth. Very, very, very tough. A tough mulberry, that one. Just like the white Chateau. So a lot of the kaffir limes are dropping, of course. Look at that. And these are $1 each at the Asian grocery. $1 each, thanks. The Malabar chestnut's doing great. That's a Saba nut. I don't think I'm going to cover this. Although there are signs here in the veins of cold. See the veins? How they're getting yellow? I think it'll pull through. It's a risk, and I'm willing to take it, guys. The jabuticaba dropped all the flowers that it had a month ago. They're all gone from the cold. I don't think it likes 2 Celsius. The lychee is still sulking. Oh, what a pity. If I'd covered this, it would have gone through with its flush. But looks like those 2-degree nights got to it. Yeah, cold damage. I'm thinking of leaving the lucuma uncovered, as it's pushing out a lot of new growth. But all it needs is one freeze and we're in big trouble. So it's a bit of a risk. Pomelos. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. The ice cream bean seedlings are coming along nicely. They weren't affected at all by the cold May nights. We had about 10 nights of below 5 Celsius, below 40 Fahrenheit. In other words, in the 30s. In the 30s in May. At least 10 mornings. And it didn't affect the ice cream bean seedlings. This guy, though, is the opposite. He's gone nuts. I'm thinking of pulling out the chayote or choco. I'm thinking of pulling him out at the end of winter. He's just gone crazy. He's climbing back on my neighbor's apple tree for the 3rd time. Too much work, guys. And he's wrapping himself around the multi-grafted apple tree here from the fruit salad company. And there's another aggressive mulberry there. The black Pakistani. Yeah, look at it. And that's only after 1 year. 1 year, a 1-year-old tree. And it's already over 3 meters. Damn. Wish the mangoes were like that. The jamun is still holding onto its flowers. I don't think they're going to open. It's just a big tease. The other green sapoti there looks like it's dry, needs water. I have to water that. See the leaves? It's panting. 10 millimeters is not enough for the green sapoti. It needs at least 40 or 50 millimeters of rain. The fuyu persimmon, the Wirtz avocado. Oh, and the Hass over here. The possum's been naughty again. Look at that. The Hass avocado. Yep. A full-time job, guys. A full-time job. But I really can't complain. We get like 200, at least 200 avocados a year. Intact, untouched. I think that's pretty good. That's more than pretty good. It's awesome. But it's just heartbreaking to see, you know, trees munched like that. This fig tree, I'm going to remove it. Big operation. Big drama for me. Because it's lifting up the concrete here. And I'm not a builder or a laborer, what do you call it, a laborer to be able to deal with concrete. I don't want to go there, right? So it's just best to prevention. The black sapote seedling, one of 5. The prickly pear, unkillable, unstoppable. And giant bird of paradise. Wow, it's flowering again for the beginning of winter. Surprise, surprise. So that's another indicator that it's been mild. Do you see all the indicators I have around me? What? A tropical ornamental flowering as winter sets? Wow. Yeah, so I got too many indicators actually. Way too many. All right, let's go and have a look at the front. And Michelia alba is another indicator that it's been very, very mild. Look at that. Look how green it is. It hasn't had a drop of water in 2 weeks in the pot. right? And it's healthy and green and pushing flowers for winter. This is also tropical. So in the front, we start with a Glen mango, of course, and I don't see any cold issues, cold weather issues. Those new leaves there are hardening off. What else have we got? Oh, we've got new growth here pushing. Wow, nice flush. Nice. Yeah, so we got that, and we've got a lot of little ones here at the beginning of winter, right? And this is uncovered, unprotected. So it's good to see. This is a 10-year-old grafted Glen mango tree in ground, right? Yeah, I had a look at the jackfruit. It's doing okay-ish. I haven't had a look at all the other tropicals, like the wax jambu and all those guys over there. I haven't looked through. I haven't done it, guys. It's too much work undoing and redoing frost cloth and clips and clamps. Too much work. I'm tired. I'm jet lagged. So it's a bit of this and a bit of that. I don't know what's going on in there. That's the acerola. The Japanese mandarins are ready. The uncovered seedling mango. The Kensington Pride has got some damage to be expected. That's 2 Celsius for you. That's what 2 Celsius looks like. Like that. They're new leaves, right? They came in April. That's what you get in Melbourne if you don't protect your mango, right? But I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna let it go. I didn't protect it last winter, and I'm not gonna protect it this winter. Let's see how tough you are. There's a big flush that we got there in April. Looks like it's hardening off without any cold damage, except this one here. It's further out from the fence. This one, right? So we've got another mango in there, another wax jambu, another mango here. I don't know what the story is. We'll find out. There's some more pomegranate there from my neighbor. Wow, that's interesting. These bananas are still green. Look at the leaves. So even though we had half a dozen really cold nights, these bananas were not affected, right? That's the red Chatut mulberry, gonna drop all its leaves. The lemonade, the Mexican cream guava, true champion. These leaves have not turned red yet, right? So this seems to be a good area for cold protection so far. We haven't had winter yet. This could all turn red by July, all these leaves. Like true winter, right? True winter is July and August. So we'll see what happens a month from now. We'll come back and see the Mexican cream on July 1st. All right, that's the Wilson white sapoti. These are completely unaffected by cold. They're cold proof. Everyone should have a white sapoti. Not only cold proof, but idiot proof. You can't go wrong. Even if you're the worst gardener, you'll have success. There's some more autumn, signs of autumn coming to an end, right? Beautiful red leaves. Nice. Blood orange. These are the first blood oranges. They're very small. I should have thinned it out. Oh, well, I did thin it out. I took off about 10, but I should have taken off a lot more. They're tiny. That's the Arnold. These should be much bigger, but it's only the first year that it's fruited, so no complaints. We're not in any hurry, guys. And this is the purple guava, which fruits in winter. Right, it's similar to the red raspberry, and this one is bulletproof, like the feijoa. I wonder what's going on in here with the abu. I wonder. Check out this freaky mushroom. What the heck is that? That comes up every year. I don't know what that is, but I don't get close to it. I don't dare. Carob, right? Flowering. It's a very slow process. It takes like 6 months, over 6 months to flower and fruit. And then another 6 months after that for the fruit to grow, for the actual beans. All right, soursop. I wonder how these are doing. I'm so curious to see the sooks. All right, I'm sure they're doing fine. And the 2 mango seedlings that I got from Garden World back in March, they should be fine. The bacon avocado is doing wonderful. Wow. Wowee. 3 meters. And the cherry moya here, the white, Dr. White. Wow. Wow. Huge tree. It's going to be a monstrous sized tree. And that's the shepherd avocado at 4 meters. All the avocados are grafted here, except for a seedling that's self-sprouted in between this banana clump. Look at it. That guy in there. And there's a banana pup growing in the same hole. Ah, geez. And that's also 3 meters, that seedling avocado. Right? So we're going to leave him there and see what he does. The recently planted reed avocado with his fruit, it's best to take those off, but I'm going to leave them on. The other jackfruit that I got here, the other baby, looks like it's pushing new growth now with the cold. That's the black gold. That should be covered too. Sophia cherry moya. Let's see how the sweet tart mango is doing. That's the only mango I haven't covered. My most expensive mango at $130. He looks okay-ish, but the top leaves have lost their perkiness. See how they're drooping? So that's grafted. So it's a bit of a risk to ignore covering him, even though he's getting a lot of doubled light and wind protection from all these leaves, all above and all around him. Yeah, sweet tart. We don't want to lose a sweetheart. All right, guys. So June is knocking, and everything is looking great. I can't find one single issue with cold damage or any damage yet. Right? The lychee is the only one I didn't cover out of these sooks along here. I'm thinking he'll be able to handle the cold. And the white guava, the Indian one, looks like it's doing fine. It's also getting that red cold look. That's typical. That's not a problem. Even in the subtropics, you'll get that because they get cold there, guys. Even though they have 20 to 24 during the day, they can get down to 6 and 7 at night in southeast Queensland. They can still get frost, light, very light frost. So their guava leaves turn red as well up there in the much milder winter climate. So don't worry, you're not doing anything wrong by getting red leaves. Normal, it's normal. It's winter, right? It's that winter look. Now, if I was in Cairns, you wouldn't get this. This only happens once the temperature drops below 15, below 60. It's like, ouch. The first ouch happens at 15, and they don't get below 15 up there. That's why their leaves are not red. Okay, this is the Atemoya, Paxton Prolific. This also has cold damage, but it's normal for these leaves to drop in winter. These normally drop in winter, right? They come in summer and they drop in winter. So don't worry about the custard apple losing its leaves. It's normal. All right, he might be thirsty. Looks a bit thirsty. And that's the Caracara, blood orange, with a few fruit on it. Okay, another custard apple there. Another one here. Right, different varieties. Everything's good. A lot more white sapote, as you saw in another video. This is the Bowen seedling mango. I'd love to see how he's doing. That's the biggest structure I have out of all the structures. I want to peek my head in there. And that's it, guys. Everything's okay. Everything's very okay. This is the Starling guava. Also doing good. It's going to give us a few fruit. The Lilikoi is pushing out a lot of new growth for winter because of the sunshine on the bricks. Nice. Lemon gold guava. Final flush for winter. Kurumichama. And Aman. This is the Aman guava, which I hope gives us our first fruit. Crossing my fingers. I've never tasted it. Just one fruit on there. On the Aman. Oh, and the papaya. The yellow papaya is still doing well there. Okay. Oh, it looks like the Hawaiian Supreme has already got some young fruit on it. Wow. Didn't see that. Interesting. Setting a lot of fruit for next year. Alright, guys. And this is the Namroy pomelo. It's got a dozen fruit on it. Right? This is my favorite pomelo of all. I think we're done. Yep, we're done. Back to the Paxton Prolific custard apple. So now, this is where we're at as winter strikes. Nice. Yeah, we're off to the beach now, believe it or not. We don't miss any chance on days like this. This is a typical winter's day in Queensland. But in Melbourne, we don't have typical weather like this. So I'm not gonna go inside and watch TV when it's like this, guys. I'm gonna go to the beach and have a swim. Even now, when the water is only 16 Celsius, the temperature of the water. Thanks to Kim. She's the one that's pushed me for all the health benefits, not just for fun. So give us a like if you enjoyed the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we'll see you soon, guys, from another video. I have to take these out and put in new vegetables for winter. The silver beet hangs in there, but the lettuce doesn't. Look what happens to the lettuce. And we still have some eggplants left for June, right? Some whoppers, actually. Look at that. Wow, that's a whopper. Whew. Oh, and capsicum. Bye, guys.